That hurt.
Tyler Adams came out and stated that he would like to see promotion and relegation implemented in MLS.
Okay, great.
At some point in the future.
Why in the fuck is he involved in this conversation? He's got bigger fish to fry.
Well, we'll cover that. Yeah, we'll cover this twofold because you're bringing up the Alexi Lawless comment, which
good.
Yeah.
Glad he got it right.
Yeah, real quick, just to cover. He talked. This quote is basically Jim talking about the interest of the promotion relegation and the drive that.
Who the fuck is even asking him? Who's asking him this?
USA Today.
What idiot at USA Today? Hopefully, it's not one we know.
It was ESPN.
Okay, what idiot at ESPN asked him this?
Some staff writer. It's a staff writer.
I love that. Yeah,
it just says ESPN.
Oh, I got that thrown on me when I was writing back in the day. Staff writer. Oh,
doesn't
fuck
say
you,
it just
dude.
says ESPN. Yeah,
that's bullshit. Guy wrote an article and didn't get credit for it, unless they let AI write it.
That's possible. It could be. That could be happening at this point.
It could.
So yeah, it's just it just gives everyone a lot more to play for when you know that there's a risk of going down. And these all the arguments that every pro-rel fan makes, quite frankly. To your point, as far as why you may be getting into this, with USL picking up that D1 status and implementing promotion relegation come 2027, 28, or whatever year was, or what FIFA calendar was, I forgot completely that Adams is in fact a partial owner of a USL team.
Oh, okay.
And they voted on that. So maybe that's why the ESPN, AI generator was asking questions. Hey, I see that you're a part owner of USL. What do you think about promotion relegation? Well, I'd really like to see it in MLS.
That's fine. I'm for it too. It's just like you got bigger fish to fry right now. Bournemouth are in a slump. Your club team's in a slump, and your national team's in a slump.
Well, yeah, let's pull up Lawless's comment here and let's listen to it because I thought it was an interesting take. A good take.
Yeah, I know. I'm sure if he's agreeing with me, he's right on.
Well, we know Lawless's take as far as promotion relegation with MLS. He goes, well, it's a business, and their business standpoint is no, it's not going to happen. Which was the business thought process of predominantly most soccer clubs in the U.S. So,
and it was USL's point of view up until just very recently.
Yeah,
because they changed their minds, and I'm frankly surprised by that. Was surprised by it when I made my round of phone calls and text messaging. And they're like, yeah, well, here's the reasons we changed our mind. I'm like, wow, okay. I was surprised. If you want to check that out, it's an earlier show that we did on the promotion and relegation. It's in the videos section, right?
Yeah, I didn't even see. I haven't really followed EPL that closely outside of Fulham's performances and stuff like that. But I didn't even realize that Bournemouth literally have 4 losses in their last 5 games.
Yeah,
they have been taken, haven't they?
Yes.
Ooh.
Bournemouth went from.
I'll say this finally when it comes to Tyler Adams, who is talking about the pressure and the competition that promotion relegation fosters at a time where you, Tyler Adams, as one of the leaders of the U.S. men's national team, at a time when so many players do play in pro-rel environments, why is it that you, Tyler Adams, and you as a leader of this team and this team are being accused of not being competitive, of being complacent, of apathy? Is it a function of the environment that you're playing in? It can't be, because you're playing in a pro-rel situation, which I see fosters everything. Why is it that the player that emerged from the Nations League as the most impressive, the one that people said that guy will run through a wall, plays in a league without promotion relegation?
Well, mostly. Okay, so come on, it's because obviously he's the only player on the team out. The other guys have all proven themselves according to themselves already, but Luna hasn't. So he goes into the game with a chip on his shoulder. Simple as that.
That's not to say that Luna, 50 games into his international career, still won't have that chip on his shoulder and still continue to play. But yes, that last argument, I must have missed that last point. But,
yeah.
But no, Luna came into that match. this was his opportunity to really make his stamp for the team.
Yes.
There are not that many windows left, and 2026 is right around the corner. I really got to be impressive here. And he went out there and busted his ass, absolutely. But him busting his ass has nothing to do with the fact that MLS doesn't have promotion or relegation.
It kind of reminds me of that quote Kyle Beckerman said many years ago, and it was during a qualifier, and we were already up 3-0, and we'd already qualified to make the World Cup, and Beckerman's playing his ass off, right?
Yeah.
And Chandler's like, why are you playing so hard? We're already in the World Cup. And Timmy Chandler, we're kicking ass. I mean, we're there. Why are you tackling and why are you playing so hard in general? And Beckerman's like, well, yeah, I mean, we are going to the World Cup, but I might not be. So yeah, I'm out here playing for my spot. I'm out here making a case of why I should go with the team to the World Cup. Yeah, we're in the World Cup, but I might not be in the World Cup. That's why I'm busting my ass out here. And that may not, I can't remember who told me that story, but God damn it. I wish I could. But
how many of these people who were jumping to the cause as far as saying, oh, these players don't care, these players don't care. How many of these people were saying the same thing about the Jamaican window during Nations League?
Yeah.
Did any of them bitch about anything? Yeah, this was an incredibly bad window. It was a poor window. The players got reamed for it. Poach got reamed for it. And we're going to move on to the next window. Hopefully, Poach does some changes and maybe wake-up calls for certain players. But this is it's Tyler Adams. I thought Tyler Adams was fine during the Nations League, quite frankly.
Yeah,
no. The other people on the team is fine. But I mean, you look at players. I mean, Weston didn't play well. Pulisic didn't really play well. And yet, every single one of those players on that pitch play in a league that has promotion relegation. But that has nothing to do with how they went out there and just played poorly. Their determination on playing and how sharp they were, or their level of caring, has nothing to do with the league that they played in that point. That's a non-point.
No, they care, but they didn't come with their A game. That's a problem. Now, you could say, well, if they cared more, they would. But see, that's a sort of self-awareness that you don't always have when you're young. Sometimes you think, well, I did bring my A game, I thought. But no, you really didn't. And maybe you did come into the game with the idea that, oh, of course we're going to win this. We're a better team. We're better on paper. Well, not better on paper. You're just thinking you're a better team. And so there's a complacency in that. And there's also the whole psychology of, I've already proved to the world that I'm a top player. I don't need to prove it every game. You don't come out with that attitude every game. Once you've already proven you're a badass player or a really good player, you're like, people know I'm a good player. So there's no chip on my shoulder. Well, clearly Luna had the chip. Yeah. He had the chip. And that's why, and even, Aguiman, who, he scored, his physical presence showed that he had a chip too. Because, he was just rumbling and bumbling out there through guys and challenging the center backs and physically. And while he wasn't technically very good, he was giving it his body. I can say that much. So anyhow, it's odd because I think, we were the only show right after that match that said they care. They care, but it's another problem. It's psychological. It's chip on shoulder business. They've got nothing else to prove to anybody because they've already made it. They've already been accepted, especially by their club teams as being top players. They don't come in with that chip. So now everybody else is singing the same song, but it all took them about a week to get there. So that's not that it's not a problem. It's still a fucking problem. That's a big problem that you're coming in thinking, oh, my shit doesn't stink. I'm really good. I don't have anything to prove. And then the best player on the field is somebody who has something to prove, named Diego Luna.
Yep. Pumar says they need a different motivation at this point.
Yeah. How about sticking him in a car with a cougar, making him drive? All right.
Nice reference, Derek. I appreciate that.
Yeah. You don't want to do that anymore, then start performing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
That hurt.